Okay, let me just address the fact that I did shave my beard real quick. Yes, I shaved it. The beard was fried from that horrible coloring I did to it. We used normal hair dye, and that was we won't call it a mistake because it was definitely something I needed to check off the bucket list, but it was a mistake. Hey, Kinship, what's going on? This is Gaming for Hope, coming at you with another episode to our vlog series. And in case you missed the fact that we did, in fact, change the online name, let me clue you in on what happened. I changed it for two big reasons. One is to be less intimidating to those that have been hurt by Christians in their past and may, because of that intimidation, not actually check out the YouTube channel here or, of course, the Twitch channel that I stream on as well. The second reason is that I would like to get into the esports arena. I'd like to be able to start participating in esports level events because I do believe I have the ability and time invested into Apex Legends to be at that level. And with that combo, I just, I've got like 36 hours a week that I play this game at least. So I really feel like that's something that I should be pursuing, and that's something that God's really been leading me to do. And to break down that first boundary of gaming for God, yeah, we aren't even going to give him the time of day, decided to change the name in the hope they would at least give me the time to talk to them. I just realized that was kind of a pun. Yikes. Moving on to this particular vlog's unique content. What is wrong with Apex Legends? Well, I'm not going to sit here and just whine about Apex Legends. You all know that I love the game, especially those of you that have seen me on stream. The thing with it is I want to address my biggest concerns I have with the game with possible solutions that I think are extremely viable for the development team, and we're going to go ahead and get started right now.
Let my life be the proof of your love.
For those of you that don't know already, I am actually a full-time content creator. This is what I do for a living, and my primary emphasis is on Twitch streaming. I stream 36 plus hours per week. And that is, for those of you that don't know, a lot of streaming. If you are interested in hanging out with the Kinship live on Twitch, I have included a link in the video description below that will get you directly to where I stream. Again, I stream Monday plus Wednesday through Saturday, both evening and morning streams, except for Friday nights. I do not stream Friday nights, but in case that's a lot of information, the schedule's there for you as well. Shameless self-promotion aside for a moment, I wanted to give you guys a reason why my opinions may be more valuable than some of those that you hear ranting and raving about why they don't play Apex Legends, not just here on YouTube, but also on Twitch. I think that a lot of their claims are vastly unjustified and very unrealistic for a game that just came out, even though it's a AAA title and they have all this money. And okay, the primary issue that I have currently with Apex Legends, and this is like my number one, there's a reason I'm calling it my primary issue, is the massive issue with lag. It has definitely become significantly less frequent in the amount of times I bump into a laggy game. However, it's still frequent enough to where, especially when I'm playing in like an elite queue and I run into a rubber banding style lag where I literally can't move properly. Pretty straightforward solution, at least to me. And again, it may require more funding and it may not be as straightforward as I would like to think it would be. But I would think that simply by expanding the current existing servers or potentially adding additional ones could remedy this problem. The secondary issue that I have with Apex Legends is the fact that I do end up playing with randoms, and where it is a team-focused game, when the randoms DC after they get knocked, oh boy, it gets me heated. Even more frustrating for me, and I gotta be completely upfront about this, I used to play a game fairly frequently in my youth called League of Legends. You may have heard of it. If you are in the gaming world at all, you probably know what it is. There is a reporting system for your team where you can report them for leaving the game early or going AFK. I would think that that would be a fairly simple thing to implement as far as coding, but then it needs to be enforced, and I think that's going to be the harder part, is enforcing it with temporary suspensions and bans for those people that decide to do that. I have even had a couple of TTV streamers, people that are on Twitch, DC as soon as they're knocked, and that makes me sick because it ruins the game for the people who are left. And in case you didn't notice, the solution I suggested was taking a page out of League of Legends book and simply adding a leaving the game early / AFK report option, and if that person gets reported X amount of times, you do a suspension. After X amount of suspensions, you ban them. And I understand it's a free-to-play game, but so is League of Legends, and they did it, and it's cleaned up their community quite a bit better than what I see. I am, of course, open to suggestions for anything that I mention. So if I mention this issue, I know these are real issues. My solutions may be a little bit too rose-colored glasses kind of thing, where I'm seeing everything way too easily. And if you have any suggestions and maybe alternative that may be a little simpler for a development team, make sure to drop those in the comments below. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say. Third thing, and this is really the last of the big issues that I have, is I would love to see this game go cross-platform. Obviously, games like Fortnite have already dominated that territory and gone through it, so it can happen where you can play with the Xbox One, you can play with the PS4, you can play with PC. I truly believe that cross-platform is the very immediate future. All of the titles that have been announced in the recent past, quite a few of the bigger ones, especially the new Call of Duty, has been announced up front that it will be released with cross-platform capabilities. I think that's going to kill Apex unless Apex Legends jumps on that and works on that. My rumors that I've heard is that that is actually in the works. I don't know that to be fact. I haven't seen anything official from Origin, EA, or Apex Legends, anything affiliated with them that would imply that is a fact. And, speaking of community and gaming with friends and beginning to form friendships, please feel free to visit our Discord link that is found in the video description. And within that Discord, we even have a place where you can find teammates in it. There's actually a looking for teammates text channels so that you can, no matter what, console, mobile, or PC, whatever you're playing on, whatever game you're playing, you actually can look for and find teammates within that Discord. I have two last minor complaints about the game, and this really isn't so much complaints as it is a suggestion, I guess. And I think my suggestion, first of all, would be this. One of my biggest things when I'm playing with randoms is those that don't communicate, and then they get mad when I take a hop up or something that they end up needing. And honestly, I'm the type of teammate to where I will first play without that, and I'd rather have one of my teammates have it. That's just the way that I roll. So because of that, I'd love to be able to see the guns they have, because there's only 2, and a maximum, I believe there are at maximum 4 attachments, at least in this season, maybe 5 now that I think about it, depending on what gun you have. If there's a way in some fashion to be able to show the guns as well as the attachments they have, what levels they are, without interrupting the graphic user interface and the overlay and everything that you guys have already created that looks good, I would suggest adding that. If that's not a practical request, obviously ignore that. You may be ignoring this whole video, but I still feel it's necessary to get it out there. Last minor issue, and honestly, every time I talk about it, I sound like it's a major issue, but I'll get over myself. Please fix Pathfinder's hitbox. For the love of all that is good and holy. Okay, but seriously, I cannot express to you how many times I get absolutely shredded by a Pathfinder when I'm playing Pathfinder, and I swear we're hitting the same shots, but somehow my bullets are going through Pathfinder's wonderfully shaped robotic body. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm a Pathfinder main, and I am begging you to fix this. This is my thing. If you can't fix the hitbox, because I recognize that each legend is unique. Just like it's unrealistic to make Caustic or Gibraltar's hitbox smaller, it may be really, really difficult, I don't know, to make Pathfinder's hitbox more hittable, so to speak, because it is almost impossible right now. What I would suggest as an alternative, at least in my mind, is to make him more of like a, we'll say, glass cannon, for lack of a better phrase. I'm going to refer back to League of Legends. There's some very high damage output characters in that game, but they're very what would be referred to as squishy, meaning that if they get hit, you better just run because there goes half your health. I think that you don't need to go to that extreme, obviously, but do a little bit more damage, kind of like what you did with Gibraltar and Caustic, where you lowered their damage because their hitbox was bigger, where it's harder to hit Pathfinder. I would recommend perhaps increasing the damage taken by a Pathfinder when he gets hit. Just a thought. I know it's fairly alternative. Again, I'm open to all suggestions. Let me just level with you. If you, like me, have run into this Pathfinder issue, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram, DM me so that we can cry together in the DMs, because I need someone to grab some tissues, wipe my tears away when it gets like this. Man, it's too hard. I know, I'm over here whining and complaining at you, and I get to play video games and influence people in a positive manner to make money. Interesting. Maybe I should get a better perspective on life. But thank you for watching this episode of the vlog series. If you enjoyed, make sure you click that subscribe button, ring the bell right next to it so you can get notified for when my videos go live for you. Also, be sure to leave this video a solid like. Really appreciate those. That gives me a better concept of what you all enjoy for the content. Until the next video comes out, this has been Gaming for Hope, and I'm signing off.